Hey guys, welcome to Tuesdays with Tina. I haven't done one in a really long time, so I'm super excited to do today's Tuesday with Tina. Now, for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm Tina from My Secret Life of Thrift. On Tuesdays, we don't sell anything. We just talk either vintage or what's going on. I'm just gonna invite some people into today's live just really quickly. But other than that, how is everyone doing? How's everyone doing? As I gather up some people here on today's live. Today's live, what's crazy about it is that I didn't realize I was a collector of vintage hair dryers until I started having to store them away and realize, crap, where am I gonna store all these bulky items? Like where am I gonna put them? So today's live is about hair dryers, both modern and vintage. So I'm gonna show you my hair dryer, the one that I use today in real life. Hello, how are you? Welcome in. My hair dryer that I use, some people are like, that's a hair dryer? Yes. This is the modern hair dryer that I use. It's a Calista. And this is the Calista Style Dryer Custom Blowout Pro. And what I like about this is that this detaches and has another piece that you could actually put in here that's smaller. This is good like when you like having to dry and make like just to do a regular like blowout. The other one I feel like is more for detangling. And what's good with this is that, you know, you can use this for anything. Like sometimes you got something in a crevice that you need to get out, and I just take this off and I dry it that way. Or you need to dry your nails or something like that. But the most interesting dryers that I have, hair dryers that I have, are the ones that I have here. And I didn't realize until I took them all out this morning, I have 9 hair dryers in total. That's including this one. So I have 8 vintage ones, and then I have this one modern one. So we're gonna get right into it. Basically, the quick history of hair dryers in itself, because I didn't know this, and now that I know it, I want to share the information with you. The first hair dryer was actually invented in 1888, which is 138 years ago, by a French stylist called Alexander Godefroy. And his hair dryer was basically a bonnet that was attached with to a gas stove with a chimney pipe. So the woman would stand under with a bonnet, and then the bonnet had a chimney pipe and it was connected to a gas stove. So one, super dangerous. I can only imagine the amount of heat that was radiating into that bonnet. And 2, I wonder if it smelled because it was gas. So that's a little weird. I saw pictures of it. I'm going to see if I could put this video also up on YouTube. If I can, I'm going to see if I could try to edit it and put like images of what I saw of what it looked like the women actually sitting down. And it wasn't just like, well, the first one that was ever invented was just one, so one person could go at a time. Then after a while, they had like in a row, like women just lined up like 4 or 5 chairs into like these bonnets with these like pipes coming out of it. It looked crazy. But the first official handheld hair dryer was actually patented only 115 years ago. That's in 1911, which is 1 year older than my house. My house was built in, actually it's 5 years old. No, 1 year. My house was built in 1910. My house was built in 1910. So 1 year old. My house is 116 years old. But getting right into it, I'm going to start with the most modern, like I just showed, the Calista. And then I'm going to go down towards the ones that are the oldest. The oldest ones I'm going to do last. So we're going to go to current all the way to back in the day. So the more modern one that I have, the latest modern one, is actually one from 1972. And it was by Gillette. So I'm going to show you. What the box is atrocious. The box really looks like beat up because I had to tape it back together because when I got it from the thrift store, it was all ripped up. But this is from 1972 and it's by Gillette. Actually, I think the Charlie's Angels actually did the advertisement for this. And and I think Farrah Fawcett showed herself using it in like the commercial. So I'm gonna open this up so you can see what it looks like. I don't know why they don't do oh, this is the side that's taped up. I can't open this. I have to open the other side. I don't know why they don't make, I mean, I feel like they do. Yes, this one is a pretty color, but I feel like they don't do them with like the pretty designs and detail like they did back in the day. So excuse me if you don't like the sound of styrofoam, but this has styrofoam in it. So just give me 1 second. My sister hates styrofoam. It makes her gag literally. So, hey Rosie, how are you? Let me, so this is the 19, and it's like it was never used. I used it for my husband when I did his hair, because my husband has long hair up top. But this is the hair dryer, and it still has the instructions. Look at all these pieces that it comes with. So this is the part where you could just dry, and then it came with this here. So everything was slide right on. So just like that, how it clicks into place. So this was like if you were using a regular hairbrush, this is how you would do it. And it has the on and off switch right here. Then it also came with an attachment here. This was for the comb and the brushes. These combs and brushes would slide right on to here. So this one is unique because this one almost looks like a curler. So you would this part would heat up and you can curl the hair to give it volume up here. So, hey, Steph. Oh my gosh. One of the dryers that I'm going to be showing today is one that I got, the oldest one that I have. I have a Kenmore that I actually got from Steph from Family Finds. So thanks to her, my collection's not complete, but I got one of my vintage hair dryers from her about a year ago. So yeah, so basically this comb would just click into place, and you could use this part, or you could use the bristle. They came with the bristled part here. I'm telling you, this person didn't use this, but I don't understand how this box got so destroyed if the person hardly used it, because I'm telling you, there's not a scratch on here. Look at how shiny this is. 1972. And then the last piece this came with was this comb set that came, so it came one with the metal part here to put volume because it would heat this metal part up, and then the second one came without the metal part, so you could either click it on both sides and kind of do like a double thing. But this is freaking amazing. I absolutely love this. Let me just put everything back into place. And I always have a hard time freaking putting these things back. I have no clue why. But yeah, let me just take this out. You know what's crazy? Because I was looking for the advertisements for these other, hey, welcome in. Today we're talking about vintage hair dryers. I've already showed my modern one, my modern Kalisa that I use, versus the one that I'm just showing now from 1972. But let me just roll this back up just really quickly. I'm gonna put these off to the side. And what's crazy is that it came with the instructions. So the instructions obviously a little beat up because it's been there for a while, but you can see her using it. And what's nice, they actually have images in here of people using it. Here, let me see. Is it this one, or am I confusing this with another one? No, this is just the how-to manual. So it shows everything that's in here. It's not this one. It's the other one that I have. Because I have so many that have like little images, but the image on here is amazing. So 1972 is where this dryer is from. Let me just put this onto the side. I have a lot from, I feel like a few of them from the 70s, but this is the oldest one. The next one that was from 1971 is the Lady Chic Air Styler. And the Lady Chic Air Styler, this is the one I actually travel with. I use this one a lot, especially when I travel because it's portable. And the cutest thing about this is that not only is it a hair dryer, it has a little area here. I'm not sure if you're gonna see it. And it says dry nails here. I don't know if you're gonna see it. Right there, it says it in gold. So in this one, the cord and everything, you would open up I don't know if you can see. So you will open up this side here and lift this out. And in here is the cord. And the cord is like a dusty pink. It's like the color of the top part here, the handle. And then rolled up in here is the bonnet. So you will put the bonnet over your head. And I actually have images of me actually wearing this. When, hey Jenny girly, I actually have images of me wearing this when I went to a wedding in Michigan. So, and this one here is easy because when you turn this on and it has hot, medium, warm, and cool, those settings, that same setting is what's gonna come out in here. So if you put hot, like to heat up your hair, if you put your hand here, the air is also going to be hot. If you put cool, the air is going to be cool. So there's no way to change the setting of like the bonnet or on the nails. So whatever setting you have when you dry your hair, that's the same setting that is going to be to dry your nails as well. So this one I like because it's just the color, and I feel like it's so compact. This is like the smallest one that I have. I mean, the box of this one too is kind of small, the one that I just showed from the Gillette, the orange one. But the box I feel like is cumbersome, like to take things like in and out and put things back. This one you literally just rolling it up and just putting it, stuffing it back inside, and then you're just sliding this door like just back in. And I lucked out with this because when I found this, I was at a thrift store that no longer exists. That thrift store only sells comic books now. Boo. But it was just like thrown in a box like junk, and the door was like in one box and then this was in another. So I saw this with the bonnet coming out of it and I was like, oh my gosh, what is that? And when I realized that, you know, it had a door, I was like, oh, I wish it would have been complete. And then I was searching another box and I found the door to it. So someone separated it. So, but I got it for a steal. It is heavy. I would say this weighs a good maybe like 8 pounds, but to me it's still portable. I put this in my this is what the bottom looks like. This is where the air comes out. I still put this on my in my suitcase and it goes through TSA. I don't put it on my carry-on. I put it in the one that goes underneath. So the next one that I have, which is from 1970, I have two from the 1970s. I got, so it just says 70s because that's the advertisement that I found. I have the one that I use once a week. I'm going to show you that one first. So this one is the one that I use the most. It usually stays either propped open and I'm going to show you what it looks like open. I got this for a steal. You wouldn't believe the price. I got this at a church flea market for $3. Could you believe that? $3 for this bad boy. But I love it. I use this one the most. It's easy. So basically this pops out and you push these two brackets in and there you go. So this here came with curlers. I've never used the heated curlers. There's a setting on here, but I've never used it. The heated curlers, I feel like I'm afraid to use it. But the thing is that it makes them warm, but there's nothing electrical on here. Only this metal barrel here is the only thing that's electrical. This comes with a knob here in the back, and the knob settings are cool, warm, medium, and hot. And usually as soon as I come out of the, well, I think my mom used to have one like this. Like this one, this is the one that I remember the most. And in this color is the one that I remember the most. And what's crazy is that the hair dryer, let me see which one this, because I was doing the amount that it cost. This hair dryer, this is the most basic one. Back in 1970, this cost $19.95. And I know you're in your mind, you're saying like, oh my God, that's nothing. Hey, Donnie, how you doing, girly? I know in your mind, you're probably like, oh, $19.95, that's nothing. That was equivalent to $177.58 back in the 70s. So this was expensive. So if you had this, it either meant you guys were like, to me, you guys were doing well off. Because at the time, and I have a book here, back in 1970, $175 was the average rent amount. So rent was $175 for a month, for an entire month. Imagine doing a one-time purchase of $177.95, which is more than rent, to pay for one of these. So either everybody must have pulled their money in to get it, or you guys were doing like well off. I mean, like I said, this is the basic. This would have been the cheapest one. I'm going to show you because I have another one by GE. This is an oyster. This is called the oyster, the Oster Beauty Salon is what this is called. And this would have came in various colors, but this color here would have been like the most basic color. Usually they would have came, because it's the 70s, it would have maybe came in like a green or maybe blue and possibly pink. It would have came in. But really the greens and this color were the most popular ones of that time, because back in the 50s and 60s they were shying away from pastel colors and trending more towards like earth tone colors. In the end of the 60s and the 70s, everything was about earth tone, oranges, yellows and greens. That was the color. So this one would have been the most popular color. So this one is the one that I use once a week. After I dry my hair, I just put it on a medium setting, put a pillow on the floor, and I just stick my head underneath it. This actually came, besides with those curlers, it came with the original pins. Obviously, the person must have been a blonde, because there's blonde, like coppery tone bobby pins. I thought they were really cute. You can tell because look at it. I mean, you could buy bobby pins like this, but you can tell these were the bobby pins from back in the day. I absolutely love this. So I keep it together because they came together. I feel like the spirit of the person who had it before, I want to honor her and for taking such good care of this, and this coming to me. I know people always get so freaked out and they're like, oh, this belongs to a dead person. We're all gonna go, and I would love that the stuff that when I pass away, someone will cherish the stuff the way I cherish them. And obviously this woman took very good care of this. I wish I could have seen photos of her to see the hairstyles that she made in this, because I'm thinking the 70s, everything was about like volume, and they were already shying away from like the beehives and stuff, because that was like the 60s, but everything was like about volume, like that whole Farrah Fawcett like kind of look, Charlie's Angels look. And this is what they would have gotten with this. So let me close this one up. This could also be adjusted height-wise. It could go up and down depending on how high you need it. This chair, because this is a stool, a really high stool, I would need to sit on a lower chair if I was going to be sitting on a countertop that was this high. Just FYI, I'm just showing this for display. I never do my hair in the kitchen. It's a no-no for our household. I don't even allow my husband to put like his brushes or anything in here. But I'm just doing this for display because it's the best lighting in the house. Let me close this up. So next I have, and it's another dome piece. This one also from, the advertisement says it's from the 70s. I couldn't get a specific year on it, but it just says the 70s. It's another one. So this one I actually got from Kim at Vintage Gal Pics, and it has Laura's decals on it from Decals and Vintage. Look at the decals on here. But I bought some other decals that I might be putting on here really soon. But that'll be on another video to come. So I interchange depending on how I'm feeling, because sometimes I want the blue, sometimes I want this. This is the one that I usually use, but sometimes I alternate also with this one here. Hi, Courtney, how are you? Oh, Courtney, the video of you wearing the cat sweater was freaking so cute. Thank you so much for sending the video and tagging me. I really appreciate it. This one here clicks on the side, and then this comes up. There we go. So this here detaches, and it has a metal lift here. This one here is a General Electric hair dryer, and this flap would open, and you would have to put it this way, and then you would attach it. So this one didn't have like a button. It would just click in place just like that. And this too, you can alternate the height of it. This one I like when I need to, if I don't have a low enough chair. There you go. When I don't have a low enough chair, because this one actually could go higher than the other one that's here, excuse me. But this was supposed to be like, so this one, the yellow one that I showed of the Oster one was the basic level. This one was considered the better level. So GE made 3 different versions of this. It came in A, B, and C. C was the most basic, which was exactly like the other one with the knob that you turn back and forth. Then they had, they considered the C class to be good. The B class, which would have been this one, has a remote control. And the remote control comes out from here, and you can retract it. And the remote control, you can change the different levels. Now, the A class one, I've never found. The A class one actually was considered the best, and the reason why it was better, not only did it come with a remote control, it had the option to do what was called a beauty mist hair dryer. It would to become a beauty mist hair dryer. And basically what that is that if you curled your hair dry, like without wetting it or setting it or anything, just curled your hair, you will go underneath here and put the mist setting. So it would mist your hair and dampen it a little bit. Then you would change it once it was damp enough to the option to dry it. So it would do the whole thing for you. It's like amazing. I've never found one of those before, but I found the advertisement that has all 3 of them. It has the good, the better, and then the best option. And there was 3 different price ranges. So the price range, like I said, for the C class one was $19.95. This one would have been $26.95. And then the most expensive one, which is the one that had the mist option, would have been $33.88. Now, we're still in the 70s, which I told you that in the 70s, 1 month's rent cost $175. So that was for 1 month's rent. That A-class hair dryer, the inflation price, so what it really cost back then was $284.18. $284. It was way more than a month's rent. It was like a month and a half of rent just to get that. So, and then the B class level was $239.80. So about a $50 price reduction if you got this one instead of the A class one. You know, going back and forth and finding out like the history of like hair dryers, it was amazing to me because I never knew that there was a hair dryer option. It's like one of these dome pieces that had a misting option. So if anybody would have told me that, I would have been like, yeah, that's some sort of fabricated story. But it's actually real, and there's an advertisement for it. So I thought that was amazing. So yeah, this is the one that just came with just the remote control. So this just folds backwards like that, and then you would just seal it, and it would snap in place. One side. There you go. And snap in place. So now we moving to what year are we moving to? I had to write all of these down because it was a lot. Now we're moving to 1967. 1967. So I know I told you that the one that I use often, which is the yellow one, I use it once a week. My favorite travel one is the pink one, the lady sunbeam one. And this one here is the Sears one. Now this one is my favorite. Like if I'm having a girls' night and I'm going to visit someone's house, this is the one that I'm going to take. And I absolutely love it. One, it looks like a luggage set that I have, so no one could tell the difference. This is it here. Tell me this is not the most adorable. These are the feet because you would have to lay it this way. This is a Sears 1967 Sears hair dryer and nail salon. That's how this was advertised, as a whole like salon set. And this is true, they were not lying. I've never seen another set like this one, and this is why I love it so much. So once you open it, it has a full mirror. So it has a full mirror right here. It has the hose where the hose would go into this little hole that's down here in the bottom. One end would go there, and then the other end will go into the bonnet, which the bonnet is back here. Inside this little trap door area here, let me see if I can bring it closer. Don't mind the lighting. So inside this trap door area is where the plug is, and then this here is the options. So you have off, cool, warm, and hot, and then they have it says manicure dry, and you would so this here, it says perfumer. Could you believe here you could put spray your favorite perfume or essential oil on here and put this back into that clipped area, and it would make your hair and your nails smell like whatever perfume or scent that you wanted. So if you wanted something citrusy or florally, you would dip it into this and click it right back in place, then turn on the dryer, and it would make the air that was circulating around your hair and nails smell like whatever you put on there. I thought that was amazing. So also on here, what's amazing is that when you click this button and you bring it down, give me just 1 second, the bonnet is back here. Not only is the bonnet here, it has a whole nail drill set. So here where it says nail drive, it's hard to turn, my gosh. There we go. I'm gonna bring this back so you can see. You flip this part up, this part here. Oof, trying to do this. Let me just close it. Okay. This drive part right here. There's a nail drill that's on here on this other side. This. One end would go into there. This end would go into there. And then the other end, you could attach any of these attachments. It has a buffer, a nail file, a nail shiner, and then these are all the replacement parts that are in here. And the replacement parts are all new. They never used. They're still in the little box there in the center. And then it came with all the instructions. The instructions for the portable hair dryer. Here, the Power of Manicure kit on how to use it. Here, you could order more parts back in the day, but not anymore, obviously. But here it had all the numbers and the codes for you to call the number to order the parts. And then here it showed you how to open and close it properly. So I love this because to me it's just like nostalgia. Like somebody actually used it, because you can tell like some of them were used. But I've never used the nail portion, only the hair drying portion. But I love it because it's just, not only is it cute, I'm like, it's thoughtful. The whole thing is just thoughtful. I feel like nowadays they're not making items and hair dryers with everything in mind, like with beauty in mind. Everything is about rush, how fast. Like the Dyson hair dryer, it's like a $400 hair dryer, and they're like, yeah, you could go from in the shower to completely dry hair in 5 minutes. First of all, you're not getting any type of amazing style in 5 minutes. There's no way. You might get it dried, like if you just need to leave the house and get it dried in 5 minutes. But to me, I'd rather leave with my hair a little damp than to spend $400 on a freaking hair dryer that's not really gonna style my hair properly. And I know that they advertise all the ions and all of this. It makes your hair sleeker. It's not, it's not as damaging because like the heat is like controlled. I don't care. There's no hair dryer on planet Earth that should be worth $400, unless it's gonna come to work with me and be my assistant. Then it'll be worth all its weight in gold. Let me put this back. Look at this, how compact, and has everything in here. Okay, then after that I have. Did I skip one? Oh no, I think I might have skipped one. Did I? Give me 1 second, guys, because I skipped the 1971 Air Styler. The Lady Chic Air Styler. I think I showed you guys the, did I even do this one? My gosh. I showed you guys the Sunbeam one. My bad, guys. I did one out of order. This one here is actually the 1958 Lady Sunbeam. I don't know why I said 1970s. Let me correct myself. This is the 1958 hair and nail dryer. So I already showed this one. The one that was for the 1971 was this is Lady Sunbeam. I got it mixed up with the Lady Chic. This is the 1971. So sorry, guys. This is 1971 Lady Chic Air Styler. Not even dryer, styler. And I've actually showed a video of me using this. And what's nice is that all of these, every single one, I think, I gotta check the Gillette one. Does it say made in USA? I think all of them were made in the USA. Every single one. Even this one, it says made in the USA right here. Has a stamp. So this is what the Lady Chic looks like in the box that it came in. So it also too has like its instructions and stuff. I always love when the instructions come. It's like, it's amazing. So here it shows like how to order the extra brushes and everything. This person did use it, and I think this person might have been an elderly person, because I obviously had to wash it out and I had to put it in like I dipped it, like drenched it in a bucket of peroxide. So that's where I had it, the combs and everything. This clicks on just like the other ones from the 1970s, just like the orange one. So the orange one was from 1972. This one is from 1971, and this is why they look almost identical. So I've actually have a video of me using this one. Super cute. It's my favorite color. It's the color of my kitchen. I mean, you can see my stuff here in the background, the same color. And this one here, it works phenomenal. I mean, it gets the job done. To me, the best one, like if it comes to like handheld, obviously my Calista is going to be the best. But I feel like the 1972 version, because I use that one on my husband, the 1972 version, I wish the brush of this one could fit, the brush of this one could fit the 1972 one, because the 1972 one, they made the bristles a little more sparse, like separated. And so I'm like, what are you gonna be brushing with that? Look at this brush, good brush. This brush, bad. How did we go from like more modern times and the old one is better than the more modern one? How did that happen? We're supposed to elevate with time, not kind of go backwards. We had this one. Which one you had? The 1950, the Lady Chic one, the blue one? Was yours also blue? Because I saw that they had other colors too in this one. I think they also had pink, and they might have had yellow. Which color did you have? So, but yeah, I like the bristles and stuff on this one, on the 1950s one better. It's 1958 to be precise. Let me just put this one back. I wish I could call the numbers and be like, I need more parts. Need more parts. Some magical hotline is going to pick up, and a phantom is going to be like, I'm going to send them to you. So I have that. Then I have, let me see what's next. I have, so it was 1958. Then next comes, let me see. I'm missing one here. Give me 1 second, guys. So I have, what would have been next after the 1971 one, but I did it out of order, is I have a 1960s Ronson Beauty Trio. Now, this is the prettiest one. And I'm going to show you why. I'm going to show you why this hair dryer is the prettiest hair dryer. So first, don't mind the case. It came in a case. This is how it came. And this is the advertisement. It says Ronson Beauty Trio hair dryer right on it in gold. I mean, adorable. And then, so it came with like, you ever seen like the little old school Barbie boxes? That's how this came in. So you would twist this and then open this here. And this came with a bonnet. I wish the bonnet hose part would have been pink, but obviously this also must have come in a blue option because I did see it in the advertisement for the blue. So they never changed this part to match the pink. But everything else in here, the hose for to attach that is pink. The comb is pink. And so what's crazy is that the reason why this is open like that is so the air would go through and come out the sides as you would comb your hair. So the comb is pink. The brush is pink. Now, tell me what this brush looks like. Tell me this brush doesn't look like the bottle brushes. The brushes you clean the bottles with. That's what this is. And what's nice is that this is actually detachable. So you could actually clip this part out to wash it and clean it and then clip it back into here. So if you needed to get like back inside to clean it, you could do that. So it came with this. Then look at the hair dryer. This is the hair dryer. Tell me this isn't. So this had a stand and you could hold it like this. Either you could use it like that or you would use it on the counter so it could stand on its, so like that it could sit while you dried your hair. But I thought this was the cutest thing ever. I was like, look at this. It looks like a rocket, like a little spaceship. So on here is, you can see the color. It says Ronson Beauty Trio, and the options here as well is hot, warm, cool, and then off. And this is the little button. You can hear the clicks. So, and all of these work. All of the hair dryers that I have work. I've used all of them, but like I said, the most basic one that I use is the Oster one. So let me put this here. This came with a pamphlet, and on the pamphlet, look, it has the woman on it. In the back of it, so it shows like in little drawings how to use everything. How to use the bonnet, how to use the hood there. And on the end, in the end of this brochure right here, it says, many more valuable uses. The versatile Ronson hair dryer can be used for drying nail polish, lingerie, gloves, liquid shoe polish, even household pets. It says it can also serve as an efficient cool air fan. So if you were hot in the house, you would turn it on, the setting on cool, and you could use it as a fan. Isn't that crazy? I'm telling you, the things that they had from back in the day, and you could see this is how it's meant to be held. So it's meant to be held like that. So this is adorable. Like I said, this is my favorite looking one, the one that I like the best because it looks like a spaceship, and the color. I fell in love with this when I saw this on eBay. But yeah. Then the oldest one that I have, this is the one that I got from Steph from Friendly Finds. So if you guys aren't following her, make sure you give her a follow. This one is from 1950, this hair dryer. And this hair dryer was supposed to be like ahead of its time because when you store it, it stores down like this. But why it was ahead of its time is because it was handless. So you could just put it on a table, and then while it was on the table, you could use your two hands to do your hair. You would just set it, put it where you need it, and then you would just go like that as it would dry. You can see here the Kenmore logo there with the K, and then it has the Kenmore logo there, and also in the bottom. Obviously the plastic, this was the original color here, this bright, like vibrant like blue, but over time the plastic part has faded and it's turning like green, but I still love it anyway. And the options on here would just hot and cold, because those are the only two options that they have, hot and cold, and then on and off. So that you couldn't change it to warm or like cool, like, so cold they had and hot, but you couldn't change it to warm or medium temperature like all the rest. All the rest have like those temperature gauges, but not this one. And like I said, this is the oldest one from 1950, this one here. And then the one that I showed earlier the pink one, that one was from 1958. So those two are the oldest ones that I have. And that concludes today's video. I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today on Tuesdays with Tina. I didn't know that I was a collector of hair dryers until I wanted to display them, and I was like, I don't know how I'm going to display it. And in my mind, I just thought, I was like, oh, I have like 3 or 4. And no, altogether, I have 9 hair dryers. But at least they get used. It's not something that is just like laying around the house. They actually get used, and I love them so much. So my dream hair dryer to find is the one that I saw in the TWA hotel, and it's the one that comes with a pink like leather couch, and it has the pink dome that goes above it. I want one of those so bad. And I know it's like something that's cumbersome, and it's like where are you gonna store that? But I could just put the hood back and just use it as a chair, a regular chair. And then when I need to dry my hair, I don't have to sit on the floor anymore. I could just sit in my chair and just put the hood on and just dry my hair. But thank you guys so much for sticking with me and watching today's video. I'm going to post this so you guys can just watch the recap of today's video and all these marvelous vintage hair dryers. Let me know down in the comments what kind of hair dryer you had growing up, or maybe what type of hair dryer your family members had growing up. Guys, I want to thank you so much, and I see you next time. Bye.